And again, the key to this case was the fact that somebody called in and said there's a bunch of kids at a house who don't belong there. And that's how these kids were arrested within 2 hours of doing these horrific actions. So the point, as the councilman made, is that it's up to the people to assist law enforcement to end this string of violence. Again, Mr. Piker?
Thank you, Mike. Just to recap the incident that brings us here today and the video that we just watched, on July 25th at approximately 12:40 a.m., a group of juveniles arrived at the Shell gas station at the corner of East 140th Street and St. Clair Avenue, and they arrived in 3 stolen vehicles: a 2020 Hyundai Tucson, a 2020 Kia Sportage, and a 2015 Hyundai Sonata. All 3 vehicles were stolen on the evening of July 24th, 1 from the University Circle area, 2 from the Tremont area. And when these juveniles arrived at the gas station, a number of them began to actively assault a 34-year-old male who was merely minding his own business, seated up against the wall of the gas station. Some of the juveniles that assaulted the victim were armed and used those firearms during the assault. And after the vicious attack, the victim was ultimately able to retreat inside the gas station. The juveniles did not leave at that point. They continued to loiter in the parking lot, in the gas station parking lot, for approximately 2.5 minutes. And after about 2.5 minutes, that's when you saw in the video at least 4 of them begin firing at a target to the east of the gas station. After those shots were fired, the juveniles retreated to the 3 stolen vehicles and ultimately fled the scene. At approximately 2:12 a.m., the Cleveland Police Department received a call regarding a disturbance on Delavan Avenue. Officers promptly responded to that location, and when they arrived at the location, they located 2 of the stolen vehicles from the gas station sitting out front. The 2 stolen Hyundais, based on their knowledge of the prior incident, they were able to remove the occupants of their residence. They ultimately detained 13 juveniles, and they recovered 2 firearms from inside the residence. Yesterday, a team of prosecutors met with detectives from the 5th District, and we had detectives walk us through, frame by frame, the surveillance video that we all watched, pointing out who was who and who did what. In particular, we were looking at who traveled in which stolen vehicle, who actively participated in the assault of the victim, who possessed a firearm during that assault, and who ultimately fired those firearms during the incident.